Hey guys, Solord here, back again with another review, and yes, today we are finally doing it. We're taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DCMultiverse DarkKnightsMetal Flash vs. RedDeath 2-pack. This is a video I've been talking about for quite some time now, and we're finally going to do it. I don't know why it's taken me this long to review this set, but I guess better late than never, and I have to own up to the fact that I wanted to review all of the DarkKnightsMetal lineup, and the RedDeath was the last piece of that puzzle. So, that said, they of course come with collectible trading cards that I'm holding upside down, of course. These are super shiny in person. Like, super shiny. These are like foil. And unlike the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom line, that's right, I am going to say it like that forever, the foil doesn't peel off like a sticker. So these are just super shiny, super slick. Better to see on cam than in person, to be honest with you. But on the back, they do have bios. You can pause and read those at your own leisure, if you can, that is. There we go. Now you can pause and read them at your own leisure. Hopefully they are right side up. It looks like it. So there you go. They come with those. They also come with this more dynamic display base, which I'll most likely have them posed on at the end of the video. It's just kind of a sidewalk. You can pose them running at each other. That's cool, but I don't really have room to display this. I would have preferred some alt hands, because that is it, other than the standard multiverse stands that they come with. They each come with one. They have the peg on the top and the DC logo that you can't really read, but I guess is there. But other than that, it's just a black piece of plastic with a peg on it. They both come with one. There you go. Same thing. So there you go. But taking a look at the figures, we'll talk about the Flash first. Let's get that guy out of here. Now I'll go over articulation on the RedDeath, because this Flash is just straight reuse of the, I want to say, Rebirth Flash they did. And that's fine. He does have all the peg holes on him, so if you had all the lightning effects, you could throw those on this guy. I kind of wish he came with them. Mostly because I don't have that Flash, and those lightning effects look awesome. So I would love to have this guy displayed that way. I think it would add a little oomph to the figure. Same with RedDeath. Would have been nice if he came with some of those as well. He's got some weird, almost Black Panther claw hands. I would have preferred like straight fists or, you know, the karate chop hands, but it's whatever. It's better than trigger hands, I suppose, but it's not great. And then he has the Greg Capullo Flash style head, kind of gritting his teeth there. Would have liked maybe the mouth to be closed too. I kind of like the long lightning bolts on the sides of his head there. Those look kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of the one of the Injustice versions. But yeah, that's the Flash. Pretty much the same figure. I do not have that other figure, so I don't have a review for reference, but one day I will pick that thing up and take a look at it, most likely. Because that's another goal of mine. I want to review all my multiverse stuff, just to kind of have it archived. But the main event here is the RedDeath, because this is the only way you can get this guy right now. He was released single-carded, but he was like gold, which is a thing in the comics, but I think it looked a little bit different from the figure McFarlane Toys put out. I think he was gold with some red and black, but the version they put out was just gold with the bat symbol and silver on his chest, and I don't think that's accurate. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's 100% accurate. But this guy is essentially the Flash from this alternate dark reality, which I think is negative 30 something. Maybe it's 32, 36, somewhere in there. 33, one of those. And in that reality, Batman strapped the Flash onto the front of the Batmobile and floored it. And they kind of merged together from the wreckage. And this is what you got. And once Batman was removed from the Flash's body, he turned into the reversed Flash, but because it's a dark reality, Reverse Flash was a good guy. So, the more you know. My apologies if the video is a bit dark. I will adjust that if needed while I am editing, so hopefully it's not too dark. But I love the way this guy looks. He looks really cool. Hands are a little funky. He's got like the kind of flat hand for running, but then he's got like an open hand and it doesn't have anything to hold. So again, I would have just preferred straight fists on both of these, to be honest, because then you could at least have him punching. But whatever. Articulation on this guy, which is the same on both of them, really. He's got a swivel in the head. You can look up and down a bit. He's got kind of the skull mask going on, so automatically one of my favorite dark metals. He's got the butterfly joint. Arms can go out, back, down, forward and back. He does have a bicep swivel. That is nicely hidden by his armor here. He does have a double jointed elbow. Did I say elbow swivel or bicep swivel? Oh, you know what I mean. And the elbow on this guy is actually not too bad. As far as gaps go, there really isn't any. It's just kind of flat here. If this stuck out a little more, it would look a little bit more natural. But it's actually not too bad. And then his hands do go up and down or whatever. It's got the ball hinges. I think the hands come out. No, they don't. I mean, they could, but it's going to pop the ball joint out with it. So, yeah, they did not come with interchangeable hands that I just threw away because I'm an idiot. But, yeah, it would have been nice if they did. He's got a diaphragm joint, but with the waist, you can crunch back that far. He can't crunch forward, like, at all, and it's a gripe I have with this line. I wish they could go forward a little more on some characters. Some of them it's not necessary. He does have a swivel up there, though, and at the waist. It's pretty stiff, though, so be careful. Hips, kick forward a little bit, kick back a little bit, out to the side, okay. No thigh cut, like, at all on this guy. Maybe he's got a little quiver of a thigh cut. He's got double jointed knees, which go all the way up. Knee joint's not horrible either. Could have been worse. I have to pop the knees back one click on this guy. That's just how it is. He does have a swivel at the foot with a hinge. And the rocker. And then the toe joints, which on this guy aren't too loose. So that's nice. But, yeah, you kind of got to have the knee bent to get this guy to stand. Even then, sometimes it's a bit of a chore. But yeah, it's not too difficult, but it can be challenging at times. So getting him back there. The Flash, it's the same articulation. I'm not going to go through it. I don't believe, no, he doesn't have a neck hinge. And yeah, he pretty much has the same range in the neck and in the torso. Well, he could crunch forward at least. Crunch back a little further, but again, he doesn't have armor. And then the thigh cut is, it's either just stuck or just non-existent. He's got a little quiver of a thigh cut. Everything else is pretty much the same. He is in just a spandex suit, so he's going to have a little bit more range, maybe in the elbows and knees and whatnot, but it's the same. Toe joint test, actually. It's loose on one side, but not the other. So that's pretty much it for these two. Obviously, I like the RedDeath more than the Flash, because it's the RedDeath. I've had plenty of Flash figures. Although I can't say I've had a ton of like regular Flash figures. I've had like stupid Lantern variants because Mattel did not know what they were doing at the end of DC Classics and just pumped that crap out like it was going out of style, which it did within like the first year, but they kept making it. I get if you're into all that, but that's a very niche thing. And even though Blackest Night, Brightest Day was a popular comic at the time, we did not need Blue Lantern Flash, White Lantern Flash, pea-colored Lantern Flash. Like, we got so many stupid variants instead of other characters. It's just not even funny. Well, that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, here is our Greg Capullo style Flash, next to the only Greg Capullo style member of Justice League I currently have. This is the DarkKnightsMetal Batman from the Merciless Wave. There is a Target exclusive variant of this guy that's got a lot more paint apps and a different cape, I believe. And that's a figure I actually wouldn't mind getting my hands on. But for now, we have this one. There is also a Superman in the 2-pack with Devastator, and we're also supposed to be getting a Hal Jordan with the Dawnbreaker. But as far as the scale between these two, gonna have to take into account that Batman's legs are a little bit further out than the Flash's, but I think the scale is okay here. I don't think it's too bad. Up next here is the Red Death next to his fellow DarkKnightsMetal colleagues, and at long last we finally finished this lineup. This has been one of my dream teams for a couple of years now. This is a lineup I've wanted to complete for the longest time, and McFarlane, as soon as he started it, he finished it in, I think, less than a year. The Drowned was technically the last figure to come out. It's just the Red Death was the last one I picked up. But now that we finally got him here, we got the Red Death, we got the Devastator, the Collectible Merciless, the Drown, Murder Machine, the Dawnbreaker, and last but certainly not least, the first member of this group, the Batman Who Laughs. Hasbro, take notes. This is how you do team building. You don't wean it out over the span of half a decade. You get it all done as soon as you can while the hype's still there. And the hype is still there. This team looks great together. Lastly, here's the Flash and the Red Death. Next to our two regulars, we've got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. So with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, while I am happy to have this 2-pack and happy to finally get this review up for you guys, and happy that I finally completed my DarkKnightsMetal lineup, I will say this 2-pack has some shortcomings, and while I do like this dynamic display stand, as you can see I have Red Death punching Barry Allen square in the teeth, it's kind of funny. I would have preferred some accessories for the figures themselves, like some interchangeable hands and the Speed Force lightning effects for both the Flash and the Red Death. I think that would have been a little bit better, especially since the Green Lantern vs. Dawnbreaker 2-pack seems to come with a plethora of accessories for the figures themselves and those cool Green Lantern ring aura display stands that are two separate pieces, I believe. I really think that's going to be the best 2-pack in this lineup so far. I'm curious what other 2-packs we're going to get. If we're going to see a Murder Machine versus Cyborg, a Aquaman versus the Drowned, or even, and I'm holding out hope that this happens, a Wonder Woman versus Merciless, because, well, there's still a lot of people who don't have the Merciless yet. T-Biz. So, it'd be nice if they could finally get their hands on one. And I'd also be down for a Joker versus Batman the Madness 2-pack as well. It'd be cool to get a Capullo-style Joker, you know, before his head got lopped off and shoved into a jar. That said, if you want to complete your DarkKnightsMetal lineup, you gotta buy this set. You gotta do it relatively soon here. It's starting to sell out in certain places, so if you want this pack, you better go on. I think BBTS might still have it. I want to say it's even on Amazon for a relatively decent price. So go get yourself the Flash vs. Red Death 2-pack, because I don't know if we'll see Red Death single-carded anytime soon, and I don't know how much longer this 2-pack's going to last. And if you're like me and wanted to complete the lineup, you have to get it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. Gotta show that algorithm who's boss, right? Also, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions and leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think of this set. You like it, want it, or hate it. But remember, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.